Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophie. I have a doctorate in literature, which means I get overly emotional and very invested in the shows that I am watching. If you're looking for somebody that likes to analyze and talk about these shows in depth, then this is the channel for you. Please consider leaving a like, a comment, and hitting that subscribe button so you never miss an upload. Today, we're reacting to episode 10 of season 1 of Demon Slayer. Last episode, we learned a little bit about Tamayo. Not too much. It was mentioned that she's fugitive, so hopefully they'll expand into that more. We also have reference to the 12 demon moons, which are the elite soldiers under Muzan who serve him. Though there may now be 11 after Tanjiro's interaction with one of them, so maybe he survived that. We're not quite sure. It kind of left on a little bit of a cliffhanger of him like beheading him. I don't know how he would have survived that, but then again, they're demons, and this is supposed to indicate how much more difficult it's going to get for Tanjiro as the journey goes on. So I am very much looking forward to more world building and more explanations as to how Tamayo is connected to Muzan. So without further ado, let's get into episode 10. The eyes are still really creepy to me. He's like, oh no. I do really love that he was gifted sight, so I wonder if he can be gifted like other demon abilities. Is he dead though? That's going to be the interesting question. It doesn't look like he's dead.
宇宙でなければ威力の落ちるねじれ渦。向こうの攻撃のおかげで力が増して矢印を巻き取れた。
His eye! Yeah, so he's definitely not dead. Oh! Oh goddamn, he's definitely not going down without more of a fight. Do you know how demons have characteristics of their human self? He must have been very, like, cleanly and adverse to dirt. Ugh. I mean, he's doing well. Like, he's blunting the direction. It is a lot. Oh, wait, no, he is dead. He's just trying to make him suffer in the process. He's like, if I'm dying, you're coming with me. It's gonna stop now, though. You did it, though, Tanjiro. It wasn't a very graceful descent, but he's exhausted, poor baby. Oh, bless. Oh, his hand. You survived, and that's the crucial part. Tanjiro, you've broken your leg. Oh my god! My boy! That resilience. He's like, I have to help them. Especially my baby sister. She's a menace. Maybe don't announce that to her. Because now she's gonna change it up, for fuck's sake. Ah! He's back in the game.
お前死なないからって不用意に出てくるな
Oh, she sees her baby brother. Ah! Look at her go. Oh, she's stressed.
私の周りを蹴り返すようになってきたとは生意気な
You both have quite a lot of Muzan strength, so... Oh my goodness. It's a game of football at this point.
このガキ
Like, don't test me.
私が使った薬はただの回復薬です
This strength is all her own.
体を強化する作用はない禰豆子さん自身の力です
Mm-hmm.
人の血肉も食らわずに彼女が自分の力で急速に強くなっている
She's a marvel. I can't wait to see what more she does as the season goes on. If she gains, like, any supernatural abilities.
私が何とかしなければ
Oh, we're gonna see her blood demon art.
面白い娘じゃあなたは鬼物児の正体をご存知なのですか
Oh, true identity.
あの男はただの臆病者です
Oh, tell me more.
いつも何かに怯えている
Yeah, there was kind of that indication. He's quite paranoid about being perceived as weak.
鬼たちが束になって自分を襲ってくるのを防ぐために
Oh,
そのように
manipulative.
操作されているのですあなた方は
So that he can be the one in charge and puppeteer everyone to do his own bidding. Oh, he absolutely is.
あのお方の力は凄まじいのじゃ誰よりも強い鬼物児様は
Oh.
その名を口にしましたね呪いが発動する
Oh, shit.
かわいそうですがさようなら
Oh, what a badass.
お許しくださいお許しくださいお願いですどうかどうか許して
So this is the secret they're not supposed to tell, is uttering his name. Oh, Lord. Oh, holy. Goddamn. That's gruesome. Even they're all like, what the fuck just happened? That's an awful way to go. Oh! I love that Tamayo can't even look. She even said, like, she feels sorry for her. She takes no pleasure in this, but she has to do what's necessary to protect those around her and to protect her home, which is a safe haven for other demons and turning them potentially back into humans through her experiments. That's why she needs their blood.
体内に残留する鬼物児の細胞に肉体が破壊されること
It's like a
基本
failsafe.
的に鬼同士の戦いは不毛ですただ鬼物児は鬼の細胞が破壊できるようです
Truly is something to be feared.
玉代様の術を吸い込むなよ人体には害が出る
No! Even in his aggressive way, he's trying to protect
この
him.
方は十二鬼月ではありません
Oh, she's not.
十二鬼月は眼球に数字が刻まれていますがこの方にはない
So there's still 12.
弱すぎる
They're too weak.
あれで
Oh, wow,
玉代様
okay.
がおっしゃるのだから間違いない
So they just lied and said that they were. Probably to make them
治療薬を作るための
think
手
twice
がか
about
り
fighting
に
them.
なると良いのですが
あとは知らん俺は玉代様から離れたくない少しも
He's like, bye. I mean, he helped him to not damage his body breathing in the spell, but also He has got a broken leg. Oh, Tanjiro.
マリだよ。
Am I gonna cry? I feel like I'm gonna cry.
小さい子供みたいだ。たくさん人を殺しているだろうに。
Ooh. Just really emphasizes Muzan's cruelty, though, that a child can be manipulated for his own petty desires.
十二気づきだとおだてられ、騙され、
Oh, so she thought she was, but she wasn't.
鬼物
Like she
人の呪いで
genuinely
殺された。
believed that she was.
救いがない。
It's also pointless. It's so unfair.
あの男は自分を慕う者にすらこの仕打ち。本物の鬼
A
だ。
monster. But I love that Tanjiro, despite everything, can still show mercy. Not forgiveness, but respect at least. To not gloat over their deaths.
別に来なくてもいいんだが、来たいなら降りてこい。
ユシロ。
冗談です。
I love how he's like, I'm only joking, but he's definitely not.
ねずこ。
朝を迎える前に光が届かないこの地下に移動しました。
No!
さま、玉代様から離れろ。失礼だぞ。
You don't own her. Let them have a moment.
お優しい玉代様。美しすぎるぞ。
He's obsessive.
大丈夫でしょうか。
She sees her mom and her
大丈
brother,
夫です。
people she wants to protect.
家族の誰かと思っているんです。
しかし、禰豆子さんのかかっている暗示は人間が家族に見えるものでは。私たちは鬼ですが。
But you don't pose a threat to
でも禰豆子は
humans?
お二人を人間だと判断してます。だから守ろうとした。
Oh, look at her little face. Oh,
すみません。ねずこ、離れるんだ。失礼だから。
no, she enjoys it. Oh. I know she helped people who were sick and
それでも
injured.
生きたいと思いますか。
She probably saw so many die
本当に人で亡くなっても生きたいと。
that she was unable to help, and that's why she feels so strongly.
それでもあなたは生きたいと。私たちはこの土地を去ります。
え？
鬼物児に近づきすぎました。
He's like, that's news to me.
それにうまく隠しているつもりでも、医者として人と関わりを持てば鬼だと気づかれる時がある。特に子供や年配の方は鋭いのです。
So how do they perceive her but not
私たちがお
Muzan?
預かりしましょうか。
No, that's not gonna happen.
絶対に安全とは言い切れませんが。
He's like, please no. He's not gonna agree to that. He'd never leave her behind.
確かに預けた方が禰豆子のためにも。
It's his sister. It's all he has left. She's not gonna leave him either. They're in this together. I'm gonna cry. Oh my
Tamayo-san,
god, why am I so
お気遣いあ
emotional?
りがとうございます。
Whew.
離れ離れにはなりません。もう二度と。
You've both lost so much. All they have is
わ
each
かりま
other.
した。では、武運長久を祈ります。
The music is
そ
so
んなに急ぐな
good.
って。炭治郎。
Oh,
お前の妹は
oh,
美人だよ。
there's growth. You finally admitted it.
なんなんと。
On to our next mission.
わかったからもう少し
He's like, shut
頼
up.
む。もうわかったから頼むよ。頼む。
あー
結婚してくれ。いつ死ぬかわからないんだ俺は。
What the fuck?
だから結婚してほしいというわけで頼む。
That's not a way to get a woman to marry you.
なんなんだ。なんなんと。って戦ったばかりなのに俺はいつ休めるんだ。
Like,
何
leave
似
me
てるそう
alone.
いうつもりじゃなかったんだけどその前にここで大将こそこそ噂話鬼殺隊の連絡係春日井ガラスには名前があります俺の春日井ガラスは天王寺松右衛門というらしいですよ
Okay. They're the same voice actor, aren't they? There's no rest. Gotta climb them ranks. God, this show is so good. I was getting really emotional. Just the way that she was crying over Nazuko, like, hugging her. And it makes you wonder, like, what has she experienced and gone through? How much loss has she seen? Especially as a doctor, there's probably so many children that she's had to take care of that have never made it, or she was too late to help them, and that's weighed down on her. So then to have someone that's like reaching out to her and treating her as family, she doesn't see them as demons. She sees them as akin to humans because they don't pose a threat to humans, which is probably why the hypnotism works that way. But I think it's because she mentioned, she's around serving as a doctor, that like eventually they do perceive her as a demon, especially the young and the elderly. So to have someone treat her like a human after spending so many years as a demon, to treat her with such like kindness and affection, she probably has not experienced that since she was human. So it means so much to her that like she has this softness for Nazuko and this fondness for her and returns that hug because it means more than words can ever express. And the option for her to take Nazuko in, it is such a kind-hearted gesture in terms of she doesn't want her to be in danger, and she hopes that in taking her in, Tanjiro won't have to worry as much because she would keep her safe and away from fighting and battles. And that part of the process would be that as Tanjiro sends blood back to her, Nazuko can maybe help with her coming up with a solution. But they're in this together. There's no way that Nazuko's leaving Tanjiro, and there's no way Tanjiro's leaving Nazuko. They have gone through far too much together. He's already lost so much that the idea of losing Nazuko as well is just unfathomable. It's just not going to happen. So I completely understand and appreciate the gesture, and the fact that Tanjiro even like kind of considers it, that maybe it would be in her best interest. That reassurance from Nazuko when she like grabs his hand and squeezes it makes him understand, like, no, we are in this together. We are going to go the distance together because this journey is about her and getting her returned back to being a human, and I can't do that without her at my side. He started this course because of Nazco being turned by Muzan, so of course it's only right that she joins him in this journey. But the fact that he manipulated these two demons into thinking they were elite soldiers and they weren't is just so incredibly cruel. He just baited them into thinking that they were more important than they actually were, but they're entirely disposable. I think in his mind, he's kind of testing the waters to see how strong Tanjiro and Nazuko actually are before he starts sending in elite soldiers. So he's getting rid of those that he sees as like disposable, that they're not really of use to him anymore, other than they can be sacrificed as cannon fodder. And yeah, they were like strong, but the fact that they're not as strong in comparison to the 12 demon moons is kind of wild to me. I wonder if the 12 demon moons will kind of be similar to the demon slayers in that there's like a hierarchical structure, because we know that with the demon slayers they have to work their way through the ranks, that the more they accomplish, the more they move up, the stronger they become, the more prestige and renown they gain. So I wonder if it's kind of the same with the 12 demon moons, that the stronger you are, the higher you are in the structure, and that like maybe we start seeing those at the bottom end of the hierarchy being sent to sort of interject. So emotional from that episode, just the way that Tanjiro realizes she's just a kid at the end of the day. She's just a child that's been turned against her will and weaponized for this pointless endeavor because there's nothing to be gained from it. He's puppeteering demons for his own goals. He's ensuring that they can't work together so that they don't pose a threat to him, so he can continue to be this powerful force, this figure of authority over all the demons. Well, not all of them, because we know that there are those that are resistant to him. And I think this isn't going to be the last time we see demons sort of contradict the idea of them all being man-eaters, that have like somehow resisted this curse that's been placed on them. But the fact that this curse can also be utilized to wipe them out when they speak his name, because they're revealing his identity, and it's this secret that like he's sworn them to, because we know that from like the previous episode when Tanjiro was on his first mission, it was the demon saying, "I can't tell you, I can't tell you, I can't tell you." And he was like terrified of actually speaking his name. So we know that from speaking the name, it triggers the curse and that wipes them out. So it's kind of like this fail safe method, like this trigger word that before they can say anything about him to anyone that could potentially pose a risk to his life, they're killed in this like gruesome way. It is incredibly smart. I will give him that, because he's renowned as the father of demons. He's created this structure. He's been turning all these people, and he's clearly intent on some greater goal, but we haven't really had too much indication on that. But I did wonder if he was maybe sickly and weak in a previous life, and sort of this maybe comes down to his desire to be seen as strong and capable, because there was that kind of rage that came out of him when he was perceived as being like unnaturally pale and sick and weak. It's almost as if this perception of him as being sickly and weak is linked back to him possibly before he was a demon, and that's why he's so like intent on being this strong figure, this revered, respected, feared individual. But if you wanted to protect your identity, and if you wanted to ensure that you could continue your mission without the risk of being wiped out, of course you're going to make it so that people can't talk about you. So the fact that he has this trigger word that unleashes this curse is insane but smart. You have to respect it. I think it's awful and it's gruesome, but I think he would be incredibly stupid to not put something in place to prevent them from revealing information that could potentially put him in harm's way, especially because he's supposed to be this forward thinking, smart individual. So it would kind of seem silly if he hadn't kind of created a fail safe to protect his identity and location. And Tanjiro, again, just showing that kindness, just bringing the ball to her and her asking him to play with him, because at heart, she was just a child. She just wanted to play, because that was the human characteristic that she retained. So she was obviously incredibly young when she was turned. The fact that he was able to empathize and even make his way towards her despite having a broken rib and leg, just to bring her comfort in her final moments, is just, I love him. I don't think I can express how much I love that kindness and that empathy. It's just such a good message that you don't have to forgive someone, but it doesn't hurt to have empathy and kindness, even if somebody tries to hurt you in the process. It's about looking at the bigger picture. He can understand and empathize and want to bring her peace in her final moments without lording it over her, without gloating over her death. And I think so many in this world wouldn't be able to do what Tanjiro does. And that's what makes him an incredibly powerful figure and someone that stands out to me, is that he is able to do it. He is able to show kindness to somebody that only moments ago was trying to kill him. But he's able to want to bring them comfort, because he recognizes that at the heart of everything, they didn't ask for this. They didn't choose this. This was forced upon them. His true enemy isn't the demons that are being sent to fight him, it's Muzan. And he knows that. He recognizes that. He understands how futile and pointless this all is. That at the end of the day, these demons are being made to cannibalize humans, are being made to fight one another, to not be able to band together, because that's what Muzan has enforced upon them, because he doesn't want anyone to challenge him. He doesn't want anyone to rival him. And people will be able to do that if they can see through his motivations, if they can see through his inevitable plan of turning them against one another, because they could then eventually go, hang on a second, work together and turn against him. He's trying to minimize anyone that could stand in his way. The fact that you have someone like Tomiya who was able to come to that understanding herself, and we still don't know why she's a fugitive, but it has to be connected to Muzan because she was talking during the spell about like his true identity, that at the heart of it all he is just a coward. So I think she knows more about Muzan than she's letting on, and that she broke away from Muzan because she was able to overcome the curse that he had placed upon her, and that's why she's someone he's hunting down. But I am very curious if we'll see other demons like her that have broken away from this structure, that are looking to find ways to challenge Muzan. And if we could maybe see demons and demon slayers working together, not the demons obviously under the curse, but those that maybe have found a way to overcome it and break away, and that they sort of side with the demon slayers. I'm not sure. But what we do know is that we haven't actually seen the 12 demon moons, which is crazy. Oh, I'm really nervous for what Tanjiro is going to face when he does actually come across them. And then we caught a glimpse of Zenitsu. Am I butchering his name? Probably. Zenitsu. I'm trying, I promise. I am doing my best to make sure that I am pronouncing these names correctly. It's just hard. But we saw Zenitsu, who is begging a girl to marry him. So I imagine next episode we're going to actually see him with Tanjiro. I wonder if he's also going to the same location, if potentially Demon Slayers could be sent to the same mission because it requires more than one person. But he's obviously on the same path that they're going down on. And I imagine Tanjiro is going to intervene, being like, dude, you're like scaring her. It's very intense, this crying and begging and almost like wheedling behavior of like, I'm going to die soon, so you should marry me because if I die, you might regret it. And she's like, what? I guarantee you, she's not even spoken 2 words to him, that she's maybe just met him and he's already like, oh my God, pretty girl. I'm gonna hone in on you. But I have to remember, like, he is a child, like he's a young adolescent, so his hormones are probably through the roof. So I'm not going to be like harshly condemning the characterization if he does end up being like this overly enthusiastic boy in relation to women, if like he finds himself quite like obsessive with them or flirty, because they're kids and you know, teenagers do be having hormones. So I'm not going to condemn it so far, but it's kind of giving the impression that like he is potentially that way, that he's kind of like a lover boy, that he'll fall head over heels for any pretty woman that he comes across, which is going to be interesting when he meets Nezuko, because he hasn't met Nezuko. So I wonder how Chandra is going to feel, because obviously we had him literally saying, you need to find my sister pretty, and eventually he does admit it, which is kind of like his bonding moment with Tanjiro, as in like, I'm grateful for everything you've done, so I'm finally going to give you what you've been begging for, which is your sister is a beauty, to somebody that unequivocally finds her pretty. And Tanjiro is probably going to become like protective older brother, like, hey, I know she's beautiful, but like, dude, chill the fuck out. That's going to be very funny if that's kind of the dynamic that we're going to see, is like him being like, no, that's too much, even though he was literally begging Yushiro to find her a beauty. Oh, this show is definitely so enjoyable. I can't wait to see episode 11. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye!